Good morning. I hope you're having a really, really great day and a really great week. And I'm so glad that you are here to join me on your mat today. So if you have a block, go ahead and grab a block. If you have a blanket, maybe grab a blanket. And if not, then let's just meet on the mat in child's pose. So when you come into child's pose, I always mention there's a couple of ways that you can do this. You can have the big toes touching and the knees wide, and then you can bring your belly down towards the floor, and that's going to help relieve some low back pain. If everything feels good, then I would try and have everything together and have your belly resting on your thighs, and that feels really good too. So maybe play around with it a little bit. So we'll move, Bruno, see if you can move off of the mat. Go ahead, buddy, get in your bed. So you'll bring your fingers out in front of you, and I want you to keep the elbows lifted off the floor. Bring your forehead down and use your palms to press your booty back towards your heels. Just take a couple of breaths here. So this allows you to transition onto your mat. So let go of your day that is about to happen. Let go of anything that happened before this moment. Just start to breathe super deep into your breath right here. And then let's take our 3 cleansing breaths to begin our practice together. Take a big, deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth side out. And do that 2 more times. Stay in your child's pose. Take another deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And then you'll do that again. Big, deep inhale. And a big exhale. And let's just start to walk the hands over towards the right side. Press the left sit bone for the heel. You're going to soften the forehead towards the floor if it's not there. Take a big, deep breath into the left side of the body. And then use your next inhale. Start to walk your hands back to center. And then over to the opposite side. So over to the left or to the right if you went the other way. Soften your forehead down. Press the hands into the floor so you can press that right sit bone towards the heel. And then feel space along the right side of the body. Take a full breath. You'll use your next inhale, come back to center, rise up, come into table pose. Wrists right underneath the shoulders, and the knees are going to be right underneath the hips. Grip the mat with the fingertips. On the inhale, reach the heart forward, tailbone back. Maybe look up, open up through the throat. And then when you exhale, round the back, spread the shoulders, bring the belly button towards the spine. And do that again. Inhale, reach the heart forward, tailbone reaches back. And then exhale, you'll round. Shake out the spine, come back into a neutral stance here. If you want to shake it out or wag the hips, go ahead and do that. Just take a breath here for yourself. And we'll find our foundation here. I want you to ground the palms, ground the knees into the floor. On the inhale, let's reach that right arm up. Look up at the palm and then watch it as it threads underneath that left armpit. You're going to come onto the right shoulder, the right side of the face. And then the left hand can stay in front of the face. You can reach it out towards the top of the mat. Or you can bring it behind the back and just rest it on the low back. And then take a breath here. Let the body stretch out the shoulder. And then left hand is going to come back in front of the face. You're going to sweep that right hand back up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, plant it back down. The next inhale, left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Thread it underneath the chin, underneath the right armpit. Come onto the left side of the face. And then again, the right hand can stay here. You can extend it out towards the top of the mat, or maybe you rotate it to where it comes behind you. And then just take a breath here. Let the body start to stretch out that shoulder. There's nothing you need to do, just breathe. And let's bring that right hand back in front of the face. Press into the palm, sweep the left hand up so you can open up through the left shoulder. And then left hand comes down. Wag the hips out. And then when you're ready, you're going to walk the hands forward just a little bit. Tuck the toes under. Let's come into our downward facing dog. So lift the sit bones up high. Can bend the knees, pedal out the feet if that feels good. Start to find your stance here. And you're going to press the palms down and forward. Pull the belly button to the spine. Lift the sit bones up nice and high. And then soften the heels towards the floor. Take a full breath here. Just let the body settle. Let the spine settle. And then let's inhale, come up high onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Start to walk your feet behind your hands. You'll come into a forward fold towards the top of your mat. Rock the elbows, let the head hang here. And just take a few breaths. Can shake out the head, yes or no. But feel the weight coming more into your toes, and that's going to lengthen through the back of your hamstrings just a little bit more. Take one more breath. And then if you have the arms interlaced, release the hands. Inhale, find your flat back, fingertips on the floor or to the shins. Rock the weight forward. And then exhale, fold back over the thighs. Inhale, bend the knees, rise all the way up. Bring the palms up overhead. And then exhale, hands come down to your heart. Eyes are closed. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Keep the eyes closed. Inhale, just feel the palms touch overhead. Lengthen through the fingertips. As you exhale, you're going to hinge forward at the hips, all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Maybe open the eyes if they were still closed. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, plant the palms. Step into a plank pose. Have the shoulders right over the wrist. Reach through the heels. Have the ears in line with the shoulders as well. On your next inhale, rock the shoulders forward. Your choice, either lowering all the way down or halfway. And then inhale for your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. And then let's exhale, lift the sit bones, come into downward facing dog. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale high up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward, walk or hop behind your thumbs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, rise all the way up. Palms are going to touch, and the exhale is going to bring us all the way back down, hinge at the hips. Inhale, flat back, rock the weight forward. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back into plank. Inhale, rock the shoulders forward. Exhale, lower, either all the way or halfway. Inhale for your back bend. And then exhale, let's find downward facing dog. So stay here for a few breaths. I want you to let the spine settle, feel the backs of legs. Press the mat down and forward. It's almost like you're stretching the mat forward with the fingertips. Take another full breath here. And we'll inhale the right leg up. Open up through that right hip. You're just gonna maybe roll out the ankle a little bit. Keep pressing the palms into the mat. Right armpit stays down so you still have the shoulders square to the mat. And then we'll inhale to re-straighten the leg, look forward. Right foot's gonna plant right behind the right thumb, And then wiggle that left foot back a little bit. Lower the left knee. If you need to pad it, you can roll over your mat or the core. So you're gonna pull the belly button towards the spine. And then inhale, let's rise up. Arms are right by the ears. Reach the fingertips up. Soften the shoulders. And take another full cycle of breath here. Take one more breath. Reach a little bit taller through the fingertips. And then as you exhale, this time hands come to the heart, and I want you to twist towards that right knee. Pause here first. So keep the left foot tucked if it's not. Just helps give you a little bit more foundation. I want you to take another big inhale. Grow tall through the spine. And then as you exhale, maybe the elbow can come to the outside of that right thigh. You're going to press into the palms, gaze towards the right elbow or the right shoulder. And then pull the belly button in. That's going to help you with your twist. Take another full breath in. Use your inhale to unwind. Come back to center. Exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. You're going to inch that right foot forward just a little bit. Walk it forward and then come back onto that right heel. So we did this earlier in the week. We're stretching out through the back of the right leg. So they call it half splits. If you can move it forward to where you're getting closer to the splits, then go ahead and do so. Still a little bit early in our practice, so maybe wait until a little bit later. And then I want you to feel the ball of the right foot press forward. Inner right thigh is going to rotate down and then reach the heart forward. You can start to walk the hands towards that right heel. And then I want you to mindfully think about the heart reaching towards the toes. So instead of just trying to hinge forward, hinge down, can you hinge down and reach the heart forward towards the toes? Take another breath here. So let's put that right back. Bring that right foot back and ground the ball of the right foot. Make sure that the ankle is underneath the knee. Inhale to rise with the arms. And then exhale, let's bring the hands down to the floor. Lift the left knee up. Extend the right leg back. Find plank pose. And you might feel that length in the right leg. Inhale, rock the shoulders forward. Exhale, lower, either all the way or halfway. Inhale for that back bend, whichever you're choosing. Cobra, upward facing dog. Let the hips press to the floor. And then exhale, come into downward facing dog. Take a deep, full breath here. Left leg is going to lift as you inhale. Look forward, plant it by the left thumb. You can inch it forward a little bit and then lower the right knee down to the floor. Remember, you can always roll the mat over to pad the knee if the knees are a little bit sensitive. And then you'll keep the right toes tucked, engage the core. When you're ready, let's inhale to come up. So think about pressing into the ball of the left foot. So you don't want to just sink in here. You still want to find that stability in the left leg. Reach the fingertips up, soften the shoulders. Take another breath here. Take one more breath to reach the fingertips up. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the hands to the heart and twist towards the left knee. So pause here. Take another big breath in. Grow tall. And then when you exhale, maybe that right elbow comes to the outside of the left thigh. You're pressing the palms together to spread the shoulder blades and then gaze over that left elbow. Take another full breath. Inhale, To unwind, come back to center with the fingertips. And then when you exhale, come all the way down. Inch that left foot forward now. And then you're going to come onto the left heel, reach the toes up towards the ceiling. Heart reaches towards the toes, and then you can hinge forward. Think about the collarbone softening from the chin. And then just the crown of the head is stretching towards the toes. You might feel a little bit more length in the back of the left hamstring that way. And take another full breath. Start to walk the hands forward. Plant the foot so that the ankle is underneath the knee. Ground the palms. Step the left foot back. Find the right. Inhale, rock the shoulders forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale for your back bend. Let the hips settle to the floor. And then exhale, find downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath here. And let's inhale. Right leg is going to lift. You can open up through that hip if it feels good. Roll out the ankle. And then place that right foot right by the right thumb. Stay on the back toe crease. Inhale, let's rise up. Soft shoulders here. Keep gazing forward. Use the belly button to pull towards the spine. That's going to lift you a little bit higher. Take another full breath. And then I want you to sink down into that front knee. Take another breath to lift through the arms. And then as you exhale, warrior two, spiral the left heel down, extend the arms out. Scoop the left glute underneath the hip. You're going to sink down into that right knee. Gaze over the front middle finger. And take another full cycle of breath. Reverse the right hand. Inhale, warrior. Scoop the hand up towards the ceiling. Sink down into that front knee. And then I want you to keep the knee bent. Scrape the fingertips as you exhale along the ceiling, down towards the wall in front of you, and then down to the floor. So you can keep your hand, you can grab your ankle, you can bring your fingertips to the inside of that foot, or you can place the forearm on the thigh. You're rotating the right ribs forward, and then maybe that left hand goes straight to the ceiling, or you start to bring it over the left ear. Reach the left hip up just a little bit more and take another full breath. And then the left hand is going to come all the way down. Spin to the ball of the left foot. Inhale, sweep the right hand up. And take a full cycle of breath. Right hand is going to come down to the floor. Engage the core. Sweep that right leg up. Find your three-legged dog or splits here. Reach through the heel. Take a full cycle of breath. And then bring the right knee to the right wrist for pigeon pose. You can always flip over onto your back if that feels better. And then reach the heart forward like we've been doing. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. Maybe you use a prop underneath the forearms if that feels better for you. And then let the hips settle towards the floor. Take a full cycle of breath to get any fidgets or wiggles out of the body. And then take some breaths here to settle into the pose. Take one more full breath. And let's go ahead and rise up. Palms come underneath the shoulders. Tuck the left toes under. You're going to sweep that right leg up, coming into the three-legged dog or the splits. So open up through that leg. Maybe open up through the right hip. You can shake out the ankle and then place the right foot down next to the left. Find downward facing dog. Press the mat down and forward. Take another full breath. You can shake out the head. That feels good. And then let's inhale, left foot lifts. Look forward. We're planting the left foot right next to that left thumb. Stay on the toe crease. You're going to reach the heart forward. Soften the shoulders. And when you're ready, use your inhale. Let's rise up. Find our high lunge. Down into the front knee. Reach the fingertips up. Reach the right heel behind you and take a full breath. Take one more breath in. Grow really tall through the spine. And then use your exhale. Rotate the right heel down. Come into warrior two. So you'll sink down into the front knee. Extend the fingertips away from one another. Gaze over the front middle finger. Take one more full breath here. So you're going to keep the legs exactly how they are. Flip the left palm. Use your inhale to reverse your warrior. Open up through the front side of the body. Relax the right hand down the thigh. Take another full cycle of breath. So you're going to stay here with the legs. Feel like you are scraping the fingertips across the ceiling and then down the wall in front of you. Come down to the floor. You can either bring the fingertips to the floor. You can use your block. You can grab onto the ankle if that feels good. And then I like to start with my right hand on the hip. Use that to rotate the ribs forward so you can open up through the chest. And then wherever you are, maybe that right hand extends up to the ceiling. Maybe it starts to shoot over that right ear. The main thing, though, is to rotate the heart more up to the ceiling. So if it's easier for you to keep the right hand on the hip, then go ahead and do that. And take another full breath. One more inhale. Look down. Bring the right hand down to the floor as you exhale. Spin to the ball. Left hand extends up. Take a full cycle of breath. Keep pressing into the right palm. Use the left fingertips to get really tall, opening up through that left shoulder. As you inhale, bring the left hand down to the floor. You're going to, as you plant the palm, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale to sweep the left leg back up, open up through the left hip. And then look forward, bring the left knee to the left wrist, come into pigeon pose. You can extend the leg out, the right leg out. You can always flip over onto your back if that feels better for you too. And then take a couple of breaths, work out any fidgets, anything that feels uncomfortable, so you can find that sweet spot to settle. You can use your block underneath the forehead if that feels good. And then just take a few breaths here. See if you can let the heart and the hips completely settle, almost like you're sinking into the floor. Take one more full breath. Really nice. So let's come up. Bring the palms right underneath the shoulders. Tuck the right toes under. Firm the right leg. You're going to press into the palms. Sweep that left leg up and back. Whew. You can open up through the left hip. Straighten it out if that feels good. Shake out the ankle. And then find downward facing dog. Left foot steps next to the right. Press the mat down and forward. Lift the sit bones up nice and high. Take another full cycle of breath. And then we're going to bring the knees down, come back into table pose. Inhale to reach the heart forward, tailbone back. Exhale, round the back, come into cat pose. Do that again. Inhale, reach the heart forward, tailbone back. Exhale to round. You're going to bring the sit bones down to the floor. Extend the legs out in front of you. Reach the toe or reach the heels forward and the toes up towards the ceiling. So have a nice flex in the feet. And you're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. Pull the belly button towards the spine and start to hinge forward all the way down. You can grab for the ankles, the sides of the feet. Have the flexibility. You can place a block behind your feet and grab for the block. And then again, reach the heart forward. Tuck the chin. And just take a moment here to let the back side of the body open up, release. We'll inhale, come all the way back up, stack the spine. Hands come behind you. You can bring the feet to the floor and scoot forward just a little bit. Come all the way down to the floor. Bring the knees into the chest. You can rock from side to side if that feels okay. And then keep the knees close to the chest. Open the arms out to a T. Take a big inhale. Let the exhale bring the knees over to the right side. Keep the left shoulder where it is. Maybe gaze up towards the ceiling or over towards that left armpit. Take one more breath. And let's inhale, come back into center. Gaze comes along. Exhale over to the opposite side. Knees fall to the left. Bring the gaze over towards the right armpit or the right shoulder. And then you can place the left hand on top of the thigh. And then close the eyes. Just take a breath here. Take one more full round. We'll inhale, come back to center. Wrap the arms around the shins. And let's extend the legs out to the corners of the mat. Have the arms along the sides of the body. We'll just take a couple of breaths here, finding our final pose. Let go of any remaining effort that you're feeling. See if you can let the body sink completely into the floor, wherever you're at. And take one more breath. You're going to bring the knees back into center, roll over onto your right side. Left hand comes to the floor. This is where you find gratitude for your day. So what are you thankful for in this moment? And remember, if you're having trouble finding gratitude, think of all of those things all of those people that go without. So take another full breath. You're going to press into the palms, come all the way up. Keep the eyes closed if possible. Find your comfortable seated position. Rub the hands together in front of the body and then bring them into the heart center. Let's take our 3 cleansing breaths to end our practice. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let all of it go. Again, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And a final time, bigger inhale. And a fuller exhale. When you are ready, smile, lift the chin, blink the eyes open. Namaste. Thanks so much for your time. I hope that you have a really great rest of your day, and I really appreciate you joining me